3, 2, 1, start. Challenge in this appeal is the judgment of the learned single judge of the Patna High Court, holding that the appellants were not entitled to a decree of specific performance of contract. In a second appeal filed by the respondent, the judgment and decree of the trial court, as affirmed by the first appellate court, were reversed and the suit of the plaintiff was dismissed. Originally, the suit was filed by the husband of appellant number 1. After death of appellant number 1, his legal heirs were substituted. The High Court proceeded on the basis that the plaintiff had no proved that he was ready and willing to perform his part of the contract. There was neither pleading nor evidence was tendered in terms of requirement of section 16 within bracket C of the Specific Relief Act 1963. Learned counsel for the appellants highlighted as to how the judgment of the High Court suffers from various infirmities both factually and on principle of law. None appears for the respondent, though she was represented by a counsel who did not appear on several dates of hearing and also is not present today. The High Court recorded findings to the effect that there were no specific averments in the pleadings, that the plaintiff was ready and willing to perform his part of the contract, and also no evidence was adduced in this regard. As rightly pointed out by learned counsel for the appellants, the findings are contrary to the materials on record. As noted by the first appellate court in various paragraphs of the plaint, more particularly paragraphs 18 and 22, specific averments regarding readiness and willingness of the plaintiff to perform his part of the contract have been made. Additionally, the plaintiff, who was examined as PW9, has categorically stated that he had gone to tender the money, that is the consideration, to the defendant, who was not agreeable to return the sale deeds, and therefore the only course left open to the plaintiff was to file a suit. On this ground alone, the judgment of the High Court is vulnerable. Another factor which appears to have weighed with the High Court is that even though 1 month time was granted by the trial court to the plaintiff to deposit a sum of rupees 1500, this was not done. This again is a finding contrary to the materials on record. There can be no quarrel with the proposition that in a suit for specific performance of the contract, the plaintiff must prove that he was ready and willing to perform his part of the contract continuously between the date of the contract and the date of hearing of the suit. But the finding that the plaintiff has not proved his capacity to perform his part of the contract, as he was not even ready to deposit the money in terms of the trial court's order, is factually wrong. It appears that no such plea was raised by the defendant before the first appellate court.